Welcome to Lesson 9 of Sunflower Studies on Personal Development. Never stop growing. Move forward. Don't let a day go by without taking a step forward. Wherever you are, be a student. What are some ways that you can improve yourself? Some ideas include taking classes, going to school, attending seminars or workshops, reading books, listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, watching informational YouTube videos such as TED Talks, trying new things, learning new skills, going to new places, exploring, or talking to an expert. Studies have shown that there are significant benefits to personal development. These include an increased sense of purpose, greater empowerment, community involvement and social connections, increased emotional intelligence, decreased depression, and improved self-esteem. One study found that reading self-help books leads to more positive thinking patterns, regardless of the topic of the book or your reason for reading it. For our class, we're going to discuss 3 ideas for personal growth: classes, interests, and hobbies. Taking classes online is fine, but live classes are more beneficial. You can find community and continuing education options in your area. Some grocery stores offer cooking classes or health lectures. If you look at the additional resources section of the course website, there is a list of links to local continuing education courses. There is quite the variety. Most school districts and universities and colleges offer continuing education or community education courses, and there are quite a variety of prices. The ones on the list from BYU are all free, but considering it's a religious school, the scope is narrow. The ones from the University of Utah vary greatly in prices, but they have the greatest diversity of classes. They have things like appreciating alcoholic beverages, gardening, metallurgy, exploring cemeteries, all sorts of things. Pretty much anything you could want. So take a look at those lists. I bet you could find something that's interesting. Interests. You all have interests. So how do you use these as personal development? Well, there are 2 ways. 1, you can learn more about the topic that interests you. And 2, spend more time involved in that interest. For example, I am interested in dinosaurs. To learn more about dinosaurs, I could do research on a specific dinosaur or read books about them. To spend more time involved in that, I could go to museums that have dinosaur exhibits or go to Vernal. I could spend hours staring at the wall in the quarry. Next is hobbies. As with interests, you can use hobbies as personal development by spending more time with your hobby and learning more about it. One of my hobbies is letterboxing. I could easily spend more time involved in it by going out letterboxing more. I could learn more about it by studying the history of letterboxing, or carving letterboxes or planting them, or meeting other letterboxers. So think about your hobbies and interests and what you can do to spend more time with those hobbies and interests and to learn more about them. So on the course website, there is a worksheet. I would encourage you to print that and use this for this exercise. First, for hobbies, identify 2 of your hobbies. And then come up with a way to spend more time in each of them and learning more about each of them. Your current interests. Identify 2 things that currently interest you, and then come up with a plan to spend more time with each of them and to learn more about each of them. And new interests. Think of 3 possible new interests to pursue. For instance, I wouldn't mind learning about watercolor. Look through the community courses in your area and identify a class that you could take that fits your time and your budget and your interests. Your challenge for the week is to follow through on one of those plans to increase your time with or learning about one of your hobbies or interests. And then let me know how that went for you. I apologize for any extra background noise in this video. My kitten is a little bit wild tonight. I hope you have a great week. Next week is the last session of Sunflower Studies. Bye.